What's up, everybody? And we came back. Yes, we're live on location out here in Yuma, Arizona. We are Danny's son and myself are here, graciously here next to our good friend, Mr. Art Ramirez, the Scrap Father. How you doing, my friend?
How you doing, brother?
He's not doing it right. He's like, Art Ramirez is so chill, dog. You just talk to him. What's up, man? How you doing? How you doing? How was your ride?
Out here?
Yeah.
Long,
right?
5 hours, I think.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a long ride.
I like being here. I just hate coming here.
This is my first time here.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I've
here.
never been here. I've
No?
always seen it posted, and I've always thought, man, I wish I could go up there. Well, I got lucky this time. Tiflo gave me a shout out and asked me if are you going out there?
Oh, dope. So
And,
you came up here with Tiflo last night.
Tiflo, yeah, in his little shoebox car. So,
This shoebox car.
well, I couldn't bring. If you can't fit a real bike in it, it's a shoebox.
There you go. You heard it from the Scrap Father, because the Scrap Father builds the awesome bombitas. They're that's a real bike right there. So I mean, that's just how it is.
Full size.
Full size.
The white one that's out here with engraving, is that your first time seeing that one?
This is my first time seeing that bike.
It's pretty amazing, huh?
I'm always amazed at what a builder can do. The vision that they have. See, I never get to see them finished. They always leave the yard raw metal.
Yeah.
And since most of the riders are from out of LA, I never get to see them unless I go to a big show and they show up. And it's always a treat.
Right?
It's always a treat to just like, wow! Now, I saw this one last night, but I just got to see her a little while ago. See, at first I walked around and saw all the bikes, and she was the last one I was going to see. And I got to see her in broad daylight.
It's beautiful. It's shining.
It's a work of art. It's stunning. It's amazing.
That is quite an accomplishment when you see your work out there, and then somebody you pass it on to somebody else and let them do their thing on it. But the reaction must be just really, really like, wow.
It's overwhelming.
It is overwhelming,
yeah,
right?
To get to see what you labored over.
Everyone gets better, and each one gets better. Each one gets like better, or just like boom. It's like, gosh, it's like, what are you guys gonna come up with next with these bikes?
Well, see, that's just it. They're all as different as we are.
Yeah.
You can have the very same frame, but you got all types of riders.
Oh yeah.
They're all going to be different bikes, and they're all going to be cherished just as much.
Yeah.
It's overwhelming, man.
And when you build these bikes, like you guys have to understand, like there's fabricators here. There's Scrap Father is one of the legends in this game for what his artwork is done, and like I said, it's like when you do build these and you see them out there right now, when you build these bikes, they're going to be living on forever, because right now when we get a 50s bike or a 50 Schwinn or any of those things, like we're like, whoa, wow. But you look at these 40 years from now or 20 years from now, whatever, it's like you're passing on history. That bike is just going to keep on living forever.
Yeah, because I won't.
We won't.
No, but
We won't.
The thing is, like with like myself and like with social media, there's a lot of people that don't post, and I appreciate that you do post. You know what I'm saying? Even though it might not be your thing at times, the fact that you post, it gives a lot of people motivation, because a lot of the stuff that you pump out, if you guys don't know, he does a lot of this from his front yard. So it's not like it's a fancy shop that's all, you know what I mean?
No, it isn't.
He makes the most with what he has, and when I say the most, it's probably more than what average person can do, because I guess it's the fire within the passion that keeps you pumping a lot of this stuff out. So you being out here in Yuma it's a special thing. I mean, for you, it's like your first time out here in Yuma, but for like people who are actually that follow your story and see how far you've come, you've developed. That's cool to see, because again, it's motivation for a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really is.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. For you, it's just you, but for a lot of us that see it that way, because like when Tony says legend, like he's not kidding, because like, I mean, once you're gone, once we're gone, those bikes are still gonna be here, because that stuff is kind of made to last.
They're
and
lasting.
yeah, and then
They're-
now McCargy coming out with the Bombita style frame.
Yeah.
That's really cool to
How's
see
that-
it
how's
taking
that
that
going?
to the next level. You know,
How's
it's
that going?
amazing.
Oh, that's going very well.
Yeah.
They're moving, and they're already discussing the numbers for the second run, and also the changes.
Uh-huh.
Every run will be different. It's just like making a custom bike. When you make the next one, you're actually making it better
Yeah.
than the last one because you're applying everything you learned from the last one.
Yeah.
Um, that's what's going to happen with this one right here. This was a market test, and it's an external gear. And we just found out that it can be turned into internal gear bike, this particular model.
Okay.
But the next models will all be internal gear.
Okay.
Three
cool.
speed Nexus 170. No, not it's not. It's a 3-speed Sturmey Archer 170 millimeters.
Nice.
He's got 300 of those pieces planned, and then possibly some 3 speeds.
Oh wow.
That's when they're right now. This is just a bike. They're making me also my frame. See, they're doing two things. A lot of people think it's all one thing. It's two things.
Two things.
Yes, they see. I approached them about making me my frame
Yes.
because thanks to you guys, the response was enough to merit getting them mass produced,
Nice.
and also slashed the price. So I approached them about making me my frame, and we did all the paperwork, the paid for the tooling and everything. The time came for JP to sign. That's when they asked for the bike. So they're making two things. They made the bike, but they still have to make my frame, and my frame is more like my frame.
Yeah.
What they did to the bike was commercialize it.
Yes.
You have to do certain things to it in order to be able to mass produce it,
Yes.
and also make it legal.
Yes.
But my frames, they'll make just the way they're supposed to be, but those cannot be sold in China because
wow.
they're not legal. They're made to
Yes.
the original specs.
That's pretty cool.
3 inches is way too low. I think it's a certain minimum height.
Yeah.
Really.
Yes, so it's an ongoing process. This is 3 years now. It takes a while to get
yeah.
Well, I've learned a lot. A lot. It's not just hey, let's make a bike. No. When you go commercial, it's a lot of things that.
Oh yeah.
When people say, "Well, why did they do that?" There's a reason why they did that.
Yeah.
Why won't they do this? There's a reason why they won't do that. This is a company after all. There is passion. It's a different type of passion.
Yes.
And their passion is to be the best bicycle business that they can be. That includes keeping a very good eye on the profit margin.
Yes.
They're doing okay with the project.
That's good.
Um,
But I
Yes.
mean, you gotta you go through these levels because you started off at the beginning of your career building it, and it's like you start building. I know it's been in your head. It's like one day I want a lot of people to have my bike, and then you just keep growing and growing. There's no blueprint for us that's like the unknown for us. And then when you build this and you keep on going, and you, like you said, you're going into the commercial market, it's like, oh wow, we made it here. Like it's here. Now it's a whole different ball game. It is a whole different ball game.
it is different, but if you stay true to yourself, don't let it get to you. You can still have fun. It would have been 3 years of hell just wait. Oh, come on, I can't wait for. No, roll with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because since then, I mean, the frames you've come out with now, the designs, the handlebars, everything now that I see you do with the square tube. So you're always developing, you're always working as an artist yourself, and always pushing yourself. And like I say, that's why I'm like, that's crazy how much stuff you pump out of your yard, because even for you, like the consistency, and even opening your doors. Like I was just talking to Celeste, because even her sometimes she doesn't see that, like to be able to build her bike, lace the wheels, do all that stuff again. That's really cool, and
Yeah.
that's kind of that came out of like that's like one of your seeds, if that makes sense.
One of my
Offsprings,
pupils.
I guess, from
One of my pupils.
motivation. And I'm like that's why I'm saying, man, like that's really cool that you're able to do stuff like that.
She broke one of my tools.
She broke one of my tools.
First day there, touched my chopper, my chop saw, and it broke.
And it broke. Oh man, but
And she's made 2 frames so far.
see, so shout outs to Celeste, because I know those bikes that she made, they're pretty dope. I think, and also Marlene
Yeah.
Camarena, she's another woman that also learned from the Scrap Father, and
She made a very unique frame.
yes,
I can't wait for that one to come out.
Neither can I. It's gonna be dope. It's going to be dope, man. Hey, man, but thank you very much for coming on the show,
Yes.
man. Hey, man, it's a privilege always to have the Scrap Father to talk to us and talk to you guys and tune in. Hey, where can they find you or on your social media or anything for information for you? To
Everything I do is on Facebook or that new one, Instagram thing.
That new one.
I have no idea. I don't know anything about this hashtag thing. So if you just look at my Facebook,
There you go, and that's
look
how you
at the
get to find it.
pictures.
It's very simple. Find the pictures and look for the tag, and then click on it. Art Ramirez Scrap Father right here. Hey man, stay tuned because we're about to get over here. Mr. T Flow, he's coming in right now. Do you want to just go on a break, or do you want to just bring him in? All right, so we're gonna be back. We'll be back in about 2 minutes. So stay tuned. T Flow is coming up.